All right, we're live.
We're live and we're alive. We're both.
All right, let's just give everyone maybe a couple more minutes. I see people trickling in. Be great to hear where people are coming from if you want to chat. I think
Would
it's a
you
private chat, so only we can see it, but we can call it out if people want to
can
chime
I
in.
see the audience or I cannot? I don't think I
Um,
have permissions, so I just don't see people in the room, but it's okay. I see John. Guys, I
hey, John.
definitely can see chat. So
Yeah.
the moment you are joining the webinar, please say hi. Please
Yep.
let us know where you're from. What is your domain goal for today? What are you looking for? And we'll try to deliver. Uh, Justin, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining today's webinar on customizing products with crowdsourced insights. Let me just move the slide along. So I'm Justin Chen. I'm one of the co-founders here at PickFu, and here to present today is a PickFu customer and one of our agency partners, Izabella Ritz. She's the CEO of Ritz Momentum, a full-service agency for Amazon sellers that can help you with everything from product research to listing optimization to PPC management and kind of everything in between. So for today's presentation, we're going to assume some level of PickFu knowledge, I think. If you need some help running your first poll, you can check out one of our PickFu 101 webinars. That will give you a step-by-step walkthrough of how to run a poll. You can also reach out to our customer success team for help. If you have any questions during the presentation, just pop them into the chat, and Izabella and I will try to get to them during the presentation. So definitely let's try to make this interactive. And yeah, with that, Izabella, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. So, what we're going to discuss today is how Ritz Momentum is usually validating the products using PickFu. Because generally speaking, the moment you found the product, you're getting excited, like, oh, it's so cool. This keyword is gonna work for me. Oh, this keyword is gonna give me so many sales. Look, like it's not a lot of competitors, but a lot of people that are not actually thinking about the final avatar, who is going to buy this product, why people are supposed to buy the product. And here we are starting like the product development part. The moment we're developing the product, we also cannot be absolutely confident that audience is going to buy it. And at this point, what we do, I will show you today in the presentation how we found the product and how we created the product and how we've been testing the product and how we ask the audience what they actually think about this product. And all this process, of course, takes time, and everything you're gonna see on the slides will probably take us like 15, maybe 20 minutes. However, in a real life, it will take you about a month if you actually know what you're doing. Because your step one, when you're doing the product research, you're doing like the keyword research, you're looking for the product with a high demand and low competition, and you're starting doing the sourcing. And when you're doing the sourcing, you're excited about your product, how it's gonna start your selling on Amazon, but you're not thinking about consumers. So let's start, and I will show you the actual details what I'm talking about. So we decided to start the product which calls a cocktail smoker kit. If you guys don't know what it is, we're launching this product live. And what is it? It's like if you're drinking bourbons or whiskey or like similar cocktails. I'm not really like big fan. I like bourbon, but I don't know this like flavors and etc. So you can use chips and you can use torch and you can use the specific smoker with infuser, and then you're like burning these chips that you see right now on the screen. And this is how you get the smoke inside of your drink, and then you can drink it. So like pretty gourmet stuff. So we found the chips, and we found every single detail, every single piece that will be the part of this set. So chips is the part number one. So we found this is like what's selling on Amazon. And we're like, we want to make it kind of prettier, and we want to make it customized. So what we did, we changed the package, and we created the copywriting for that. Same thing we did with an actual smoker. We created the copywriting, like you can see it right now on the screen, and we implement this copywriting on top of the actual smoker. And again, we don't know if people will like it or not. This is just what is coming from our head and based on the research that we did prior. Because before we're starting doing something, we're doing the research, marketing research about the customers and consumers avatar, what people like, what people don't like. Then we decided that we're going to create the wooden box. We've been thinking, do we want to create the wooden box, or we want to create the carton box, or we want to create the craft box? So you will see how we've been creating all of them, but we decided that we are going to do the copywriting on top and inside, as you can tell here. And of course, we implement it on top and inside. At the end of the day, the top looks different, but you will be able to see it all at the end. And here are 3 boxes. So the black box, the craft box, and the wooden box. And at this point, generally speaking, audience might be split because some people like the wood, some people like the craft, some people like the black box. And of course, we will have people who will answer to all of them. But going on Amazon, entering the market, we have to make sure that we will be able to sell this product and have better conversion, because the mass production and the biggest chunk, like the biggest part of the buyers are going to buy something that we're going to offer. Because if 30% of everybody don't want to buy like the craft box, and 50% don't want to buy the wooden box, then we have to sell the black box. And this is how we're testing the PickFu, and we want to find out if actually we want to pick just one of them. Same thing we're doing with the glasses. And you can tell here we have glasses split in between. So we've been testing glasses like with the smoke, without smoke, with the smoker, without smoker. And at the same time, you can see like the first row of the glasses is the crystal glass. Guys, if you're joining, please say hi. I do not see how many people are here and who is joining. So please, the moment you join, say hi. Let me know that you are here, and let me know if the information you're receiving right now you're actually excited about, or it's BS and you want me to stop. So, and the second row, we created the copywriting for the glasses, and every single glass we also did with the smoke, without smoke, with the smoker. So, and also we've been using the simple glasses, because based on the marketing research, hey Sasha and Shirley, based on the marketing research, what we found is that a lot of people who love whiskey and bourbon, they actually using the very regular simple glasses. And we're like, okay, let's try it out and let's see how it works. So you remember I said that we've been creating the top and the bottom, and when we've been given the instructions to our copywriters and to our designers, we're always showing how it's supposed to look like at the end. So keep in mind, before you will start to do any type of like designs and everything else, you have to make sure your tasks for your designers and for your copywriters is very clear. Because if your instructions will be blurry, or you personally don't understand what you want to see at the end, designers will do some like very bad job and you would not like it, and to fix something will take you a lot of time. So what we'll see right now, we are testing 4 boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are testing the copywriting inside of each box, because we created 4 of them. And you can tell that yes, we have very close to each other 2 of the boxes, but we want to make sure that we have one winner out of 4. So what we did next, we did the split text test in between just two of those boxes. And then we found the winner, and you can tell now the winner is 3070. Of course, we won, and we are going with this specific copywriting. And if we will come back to the slide, I believe, too, we will find out that the copywriting was a little bit different. So we are going with the copywriting number 4. So why I'm trying to show you this, because we're not testing just the designs. We're testing the copywriting for these designs as well. You cannot go just like with the pretty picture or like some materials. You have to go with like testing a lot of stuff like colors, copywriting, text, texture, material, like forms, shapes, like a lot of stuff. Yes, it's a lot of work up front. And yes, you have to pay money to PickFu, but it's less than you are going to spend if your product is not going to work for your market. Then we had to make sure that our box is better than the box of our competitor. So this competitor is selling, I don't want to lie, but I think something $60,000 or $50,000 a month. So this is our box, and this is competitor box. And you remember the first box I was showing to you in the beginning was different. So we end up with this design on the box, and we've been also doing some tests for that. And here, wooden box against wooden box, we won 82-18. Isn't it cool? It is cool. Please give me some like exclamation marks, exclamation points, or like smiley faces or something else that if it is actually exciting for you. So next, of course, the glasses. I showed you that before. And what we can see here, we are testing glasses with the smoker and with the smoke. And I can tell you, we've been testing just the regular glasses in the very, very beginning without smoke, like crystal glass, simple glass, and glass with the copywriting. The glass with the copywriting didn't work at all. And we've been just trying to find which one is better. And the crystal glass with the regular glass, they've been kind of equally. And we're like, how? But we have to pick one. So like, we're missing smoke. So we added smoke, and then we added smoker. And when we added like the smoker and the smoke, we found out that now audiences actually understands what we're asking them, so what we're looking for. And keep in mind, you have to always ask the right question. If your question is not correct, people would not know what to answer. And PickFu is actually pretty strict at this point. They will stop your poll if you're confusing the audience. Yes, Justin?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
we got it once. I think I was running the poll, and or the keyboard was messing up, or the vocabulary, something happened, and the question was like blah 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 blah, yada yada yada, what do you want? And then they're like texting me like, Bella, we stopped your poll, it's like very confusing. And I'm reading the question, I'm like, doesn't look like we actually answer this question. So yeah, and I am very thankful for that, because they're generally speaking saving your money and your time, and the audience like answering something weird. Shirley, how do you address the fact the wood box is going to cost more than the black and crafted? So will the fancy crystal over the plain glass? So of course, when we're doing the product research, we're doing every single research based on the market price and the cost in production, cost of goods. And if the cost in production is pretty like high and the market price will not cover the expenses, we're not going for this product at all. And if you want to know, the cost of goods for this specific set is $17, landing in the United States, and it's going to be sold on Amazon with a minimum market price at $69, and the maximum is $89 during the Q4. So we are in a pretty good profit here, and we have a lot of gap for PPC, for external traffic, and something else. How many image sets can you test at once? You can test 4, or no, you can test up to 8. right, Justin?
Up to 8, yeah.
Up to 8,
up to
yeah.
8.
You can test up to 8. Me personally, I do not recommend it unless you have some specific goals, like you are testing, I don't know, 7 kids prints for, I don't know, cap or t-shirt or something like that. Because if you want to be more specific, just do 3 ranking polls like this one. Because when people are doing ranking poll, you have head-to-head poll and you have ranking poll. And when you do head-to-head, it's generally speaking first or second. But when you do ranking poll, then people are voting not just based on like first or second or third. They're also voting like if they chose the number 1, what will be their second choice. And sometimes you can see like less responders, but the product will actually win because it will be the second or like first choice for a lot of people.
That's right.
Do you want to add something else?
No, I mean, I agree. I think 3 to 4 is probably a good sweet spot. And if you're trying to test a lot of things, maybe you could do different, 3 to 4, 3 to 4, and then kind of take the winners and kind of do a tournament style is another way to do it.
Yeah. See, I'm aware about your product.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, thanks. Guys, if you have any more questions, please ask. What do you consider a statistically significant result? If you're winning against your competitor, and again, competitor might be different. Competitor might be the new one who just came on Amazon. Competitor might be someone huge who is selling for like thousands, dozens of thousands of dollars. Or competitor might be someone who is just who is pretty weak, and you decided to show like, okay, I'm better than someone who is weak. So they all are your competitors. So what we usually do, we're choosing the best seller who is like with thousands of reviews, and we're testing against this competitor because we want to make better initially, making sure we can do the very good conversional listing, and this listing will be giving us more sales initially, and we have power over competitor initially, given that like in couple of months when we will get at like 50 reviews at least, we will have better sales than the competitor with 1,000 sales on it, because we will be on the same pages and we will have like the same VCR high likely. So this is like, for me, is a winning, is a victory. Here we are going to test the whole set together, because my personal opinion, yes, we tested each individual item. Yes, we tried to find out which item like people love or hate. However, when you look at the set all together, you don't know how people will perceive it and how people will like it. That's why we added all these pieces in the set to make sure we're on the right track. And you can tell we still have this like very short distance in between the simple glasses and crystal glasses.
Yeah.
Because it has 48 score and 52. But based on the responders, we have 24 and 16. So we decided to stay with the crystal glasses. And at the end, what do we want to know about the product? We're asking the audience after we develop the product. You can actually ask audience before you will start develop the product. We decided to ask at the end what people actually think about this cocktail smoker kit. And what we got rating pretty good, is 4.4, which means people liked it. And if I will take a look at the demography, and if I will take a look at the results and the answers, people who didn't like it, they actually not our avatar. They are not our buyers. They're not our consumers. But everybody else, they loved it. They know what's bourbon. They aware about the smoking. They aware about this type of drinks, which gave us this 4.4 rating. And here we validated the product. Here we understand that like yeah, that's cool. We actually can do it, and we can launch this product, and we're launching this product right now. We have some issues going on on the production side because we placed the order, and in China is I don't know if you guys heard about it or not. These COVID cases started going up again, and they're like, oh, we got 33 cases and we're on a lockdown. Like, 33 cases in America, 33 cases is nothing. Nobody will pay any attention to that. And they're like, no, and yesterday they got 57 more, so they're on a lockdown. So they set on a lockdown on the manufacturer right now. However, we're like hoping that a couple more weeks and they will keep doing the production. They will release our products, so we will be able to make it before Q4 or during Q4, because like we've been bidding a lot on this product. Question from Shirley. Do you give a list price when you ask this general question? It depends what are you looking for. Yes, you can ask, and it's up to you. You can ask people, do you want to buy this product for this price? Would you buy this product for this price? And we didn't include here, but Justin can probably share the screen after I'll be done, and he'll show you how you can create the poll where you can compare like two listings against each other with the price, with the stars, with the reviews on it, and you can actually test which one people are ready to buy or not ready to buy. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. It's like 5 seconds of preparation and you will be able to find out how it's going to work for you. And I think it's the last poll that we did. We've been doing head-to-head with the main competitor on the market, and this one is selling like crazy amount of money per month. And we tested our set against his set, and look who won.
Nice.
So yeah, and like this is something that we consider as a winning. Of course, it's been a lot of work on the background, and I personally recommend you, when you are doing the product research and the product development, spend more time on the actual marketing research. Spend more time with the PickFu. We're developing products for our customers, and none of the products are being released without PickFu polls. None of them. Like we started practicing it like pretty actively since March. And like since March, none of the products are going to production without validating with the PickFu. Every single one. And Justin can prove that. Like we're running polls every single day, multiple times. So yeah, for my part, that's it. If you guys have more questions, please ask. And Justin, if you want to share something and show this, I don't remember how you call this poll. Can you please?
Yeah, let me try to share it.
Caitlin, I'm glad you liked it.
Let me see if this works.
It should
work.
work.
If you're seeing that. You seen that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we have this thing called the Amazon mockup generator.
Yeah.
So you can, if you have the ASIN, you could pop the ASINs in here, or you could do like whiskey, glass, smoker as keywords. And what it'll do is actually pull in a bunch of different products that we found. And, if you had ASINs, it would only pull in the ones that you asked for. So I'm just going to remove a few of these so that it's not so many things. But if you wanted to do a test with price, or this kind of competitive test that Izabella was referring to, you can take these, basically with these search results, you can take these and import them directly into the poll builder. But before you do that, you'll probably want to customize some of these listings. So if you hit this little pencil here and go into the edit mode, you could actually change the main image. So maybe you're working on a new main image, you want to see how it does against the competition. Or maybe you're working on a new whiskey smoker that's not even on the market yet. So you can take one of these listings and just upload all of your concept information that you might be working on, the title that you think you're going to run with, the price that you think you're going to run with. So you can change any of that information here. And what we recommend doing is being very scientific about isolating the factors that might impact people's clicks. And so here we could do something where we unify all these different factors, just so that, you know, if we're trying to optimize for the titles and the images, now we're taking out the ratings and price as a factor. But if you were trying to test pricing, like Shirley was asking, you could leave all the existing prices and then, you know, try out a different price. So
You know, I never asked you,
yeah.
can we add the same ASIN to all of them with the different titles on them?
Yeah. So you could do all the same ASINs and just test title.
Yeah.
You could do all the same ASINs, test different images.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it's so perfect. You can test the price point, you can test the reviews, you can test the picture, you can test anything you want. Like the algorithm works, and like guys built this system on a way like you cannot miss your sales on Amazon or any type of e-commerce unless you really want to mess up pretty hard. So you have all
Yeah.
the instruments to succeed here.
Yeah, this gives you a ton of data to give you more confidence when you're, you know, about to make a huge investment into manufacturing for a new product, or even before you list your product on Amazon. At least you have some data points to know that, oh, I'm going to compete head to head with my image and title and price against the competitors. Maybe I don't have the ratings and reviews yet, but you know that in a head to head competition, like you compete well with them, right? So that's what we're trying to help you do.
Yeah, and also Dmitry has a question to you.
Oh, was there a question?
Yep.
Can you add price testing polls, Van Westendorp? We are working on a pricing test just like Van Westendorp, so stay tuned on that. Good question, though.
Okay, guys, any more questions? And at this point, generally speaking, this webinar is also about to help you and all of you, because we want to make sure when you're running polls, when you're testing your products, we can help and we can make sure that you're actually doing it right and correctly, because and initially every single poll is pretty simple. So we can do this polls for you, and it's free of charge. So it doesn't, like, you don't have to pay us anything. It's generally speaking, it's a pilot project with PickFu and Ritz Momentum. And what we want to do, we want to try help you out with your images, with your copywritings, with your ideas. And we want to make sure that your ideas will be validating with a PickFu. So if you want any additional help, free help, with your polls, you can fill out the form, and I don't know who is going to.
Yeah, here I'll have a couple slides I can talk about it.
Yeah, okay, so I will just let you talk about it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so
You
I
made
just
too
wanted
much initiative,
to.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, we can come back to more questions afterwards, but
Yeah.
yeah. So something else that Izabella referred to, and something I want to highlight today on the webinar, is how PickFu and agencies can work together to make a really powerful combo. One of the things that we learned from watching PickFu customers is that while we try to make PickFu as easy to use as possible, it still takes time to develop expertise. So you need expertise, just like Izabella was saying, in when to run a poll, how to construct a good question, and even interpret the results sometimes. So of course, our customer success team is always here to answer questions via chat or help you train your team, but that's still different than doing the work. And so the other point I wanted to make is that we see our successful customers test early and they test often. So just like Izabella was telling you, should be testing at all the different aspects of product research all the way to your listing. And really the right way to use PickFu is to iteratively gather data on your decision. So you're constantly making small course corrections and not just waiting until the end to do like one big final test that's going to decide it. But all of this can be difficult if you have a small team, maybe you're a solo entrepreneur and you don't have the dedicated personnel to do this kind of consumer research. So if you don't have that kind of time or expertise, that's where our agency partners can come in and Now you can delegate access to your PickFu account to an approved agency like Izabella's. So they can actually run polls on your behalf. So the arrangement is kind of like your Google or Facebook ad account, where you can delegate access to your PPC agency and they manage your ad spend. And so our approved agencies, like Izabella's agencies, they get expert training from our customer success team on all the different use cases and best practices for PickFu. And they're able to use your existing PickFu credit or your payment methods on file so that there's less invoicing back and forth on individual polls. And since any of the polls that they run are going to stay in your account, you'll continue to have access to it in the future if you decide to part ways with the agency. And to help compensate for their time, agencies do receive a trade discount on all the polls. So what this means is that you can still get the benefit of PickFu's rapid consumer research, even if your schedule's too busy to run and interpret the polls on your own. So Izabella's agency, Ritz Momentum, is one of those agencies that can take delegated access onto your account and help you with your PickFu polling. If you want to talk to Izabella and her team about how they can help you out, and like she said, there's no extra charge on top of the cost of polls to do it. So I definitely recommend taking her up on the offer. You can scan that QR code. It'll take you to an intake form. If you're an agency and you're looking to you want to learn more about this program, you can scan the other QR code. And I think we'll also pop the links somewhere in the chat as well. Or you could always reach out to our success, info at PickFu, and we'll point you in the right direction.
Just we also have the question, which is like super common, and we'll also ask you the same question before.
Yeah, sure. So the question is, where do you get the testing audience from? Are you running ads asking people to vote? So no, we're not running ads to ask people to vote. We build on top of other third-party panel services. So there are existing services that build panels for consumer research, kind of like doing those kind of surveys around like people's general sentiments and that kind of stuff. And so we build on top of those, and we have our own layer of demographic and quality control. And that's how we're able to maintain a high quality of respondent. And we ask them to agree to a non-disclosure agreement. And that's how we're able to do a lot of the targeting that we're able to do. And so we pay the respondents to answer the questions. And that's why they respond so quickly. And they also are very genuine in their intent in answering it, because they are compensated for their time. And they know that if they don't do a good job, that they won't get paid. So that's where the audience comes from. Let's see, can we choose for test people who have their own houses with yard or garden? I don't know about yard or garden. I know we have homeowners. I think we have like type of house you live in. So whether it's like a house or apartment, and if you're a homeowner or renter, I think those are targeting that we have. I think we might have gardening as a hobby that you can target. So that's probably what you want. And if there's targeting that we don't have, definitely reach out to our team, and we're constantly adding new targeting almost every week. So definitely let us know.
You can always find the very close audience to something you're looking for. It's like, of course, it's pretty easy, like to talk with the like dog owners, pregnant moms, just like become moms and all of them. However, when we're doing the product research and like when we're doing the avatar, we're trying to build the avatar of our products, and you can always find the audience that also doing gardening, because when they're doing gardening, they're doing something else, such as like some of them are like having dogs, some of them are 50 plus, and like when you're targeting the audience like 50 plus, have a dog, like online shopping, I don't know, something like doing something around the house, housewives and etc., grandpa, grandma, you can always, like generally speaking, you can be pretty close to people who are doing gardening, because it's a very similar target audience. So just don't create your target audience based on like just one interest, because as I'm always saying, and it's actually part of my presentation at BDSS, when we are talking about the audience, I can say my audience is the male of 34 years old. And this male of 34 years old might be farmer or hedge fund manager. And both of them are male of 34. but they both have absolutely different interests. So you have to be like very specific with lots of interest of your audience, and then how you can be very close to what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good
Any
question.
more questions, guys? Well, I think we're generally speaking done. If you want to add something else, and the recording will, guys, be sent out to everybody. And yeah, welcome to PickFu and Ritz Momentum. We're always here to help. Yeah,
thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. Thank you especially to Izabella for sharing her insights and her process, and hopefully we can have some of our clients work with you as well. So if you like these webinars, check out pickfu.com/webinars for the upcoming schedule. I think we're trying to do weekly webinars with topics ranging from intros to these kinds of customer partner highlights on how other people are using PickFu. So yeah, thank you and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.